Hello there, Fabian Claus here from the Guyana Revenue Authority with a quick guide on calculating duty and taxes on motor vehicles.
Uh-oh, forgot your partner password? Here's how to reset it. Open the app and on the sign-in screen, tap Forgot Password. You'll be taken to the email confirmation page where a security code will be sent to your registered email address. Copy the code from your email and enter it into the app to continue. If you do not see the email, check your spam or junk folder. Then create and confirm your new password. And just like that, you can sign back in. For further assistance, contact a partner representative.
Welcome to Focus on GRA, a program of information for taxpayer education. Now, Guyana continues to see a major increase in motor vehicle imports and registrations. In fact, registrations of motor vehicles in the AP series, which commenced in March, has already surpassed 8,654 vehicles in the first week in June alone. Yet, many people still struggle to understand one important question. How exactly are duty and taxes calculated on imported vehicles? In this feature, we will try to break down the process step by step so you can better understand the costs involved before importing a vehicle into Guyana. Now, one of the most important factors in calculating taxes on imported vehicles is the age of the vehicle. Under Section 209 of the Customs Regulations, a vehicle is considered 4 years old based on a period of 48 months or 4 calendar years immediately preceding January 1 in the year of importation. This means that vehicles imported in 2021, 2020, 2019, and beyond are considered used vehicles. This distinction is critical because taxes for old vehicles are calculated differently from newer vehicles. For vehicles that are 4 years old and older, both customs duty and VAT are zero. So the excise tax is primarily determined by the vehicle's engine capacity, or CC. Vehicles that are 4 years old and older, not exceeding 1,500 cc, attract a flat excise rate of $800,000. However, vehicles exceeding 1,500 cc but not exceeding 1,800 cc attract 30% and an excise tax of $6,000. Meanwhile, vehicles exceeding 1,800 cc but not exceeding 2,000 cc attract 30% and an excise tax of $6,500 US. On the other hand, vehicles exceeding 2,000 cc but not exceeding 3,000 cc attract 70% and an excise tax of US $13,500. Vehicles exceeding 3,000 cc attract 100% and an excise tax of US $14,500. The excise tax is calculated using the following formula. The total CIF plus the excise tax times the percentage plus the excise tax. So how does this work in practice? Let's look at a quick example. Assuming a vehicle has a total CIF of US 6,343 with an engine capacity of 1,800 cc. This vehicle was manufactured in 2001, so it's considered a used vehicle. This vehicle therefore falls within the 1,501 cc to 1,800 cc and therefore attracts 30% and an excise tax of US $6,000. According to the calculation formula, you add the total CIF of US 6,343 and the excise tax of US $6,000. This gives you a total of US 12,343. You then multiply this amount by 30%. This gives you a total of US 3,703. Next, you add the excise tax of US $6,000 to the US 3,702 total. The total tax payable in this case is US $9,703 on a vehicle 4 years and older with an 1,800 engine cc. The excise tax and the fixed rates vary slightly for diesel and semi-diesel vehicles, 4 years and older. For more information on this category of vehicles, please visit our website, or you can contact our tax advisory services for assistance. Now, let's examine taxes paid on new vehicles, that is, those considered less than 4 years old. For these vehicles, customs duty, excise tax, and VAT may all apply. Vehicles less than 4 years old with engine capacities up to 1500 cc are subject to 35% import duty with no excise tax or VAT. But vehicles exceeding 1500 cc are charged at 45% import duty and 14% VAT. In this category, the excise tax rates are set at 10% for engines between 1501 and 2000 cc. Engines ranging from 2001 to 3000 cc attract 110% excise, and engines above 3000 cc attract an excise rate of 140%. The customs duty is calculated on the CIF, the excise is calculated on the duty and the CIF, and the VAT is calculated on the CIF, the duty, and the excise. So let's look at an example. For a vehicle with a CIF value of US 6,000 and an engine CC of 2,800, the applicable tax rates are: the duty is 45%, excise tax 110%, and VAT 14%. Step 1, you calculate the customs duty, which is 45% of the 6,000 CIF, which totals US 2,700. The excise is 110% of the 6,000 CIF and the 2,700 duty, which totals US 9,570, while the VAT is 14% of the total of the 6,000 CIF, the 2,700 duty, and the 9,570 excise. The total, therefore, is US 2,558. Therefore, the total tax payable on such a vehicle when you add the duty, the excise, and the VAT would be 14,828 US. Now, there are a few special considerations where vehicles are concerned. Double cab pickups not exceeding 2000 cc and, regardless of age, attract a flat rate of 2 million Guyana dollars, while double cab pickups not exceeding 2500 cc, regardless of age, attracts a flat excise rate of 3 million Guyana dollars. This measure took effect from February 16, 2026. Hybrid vehicles less than 2000 cc are exempt from VAT. However, hybrid vehicles more than 2000 cc would attract similar taxes as other categories of vehicles. In contrast, electric vehicles are exempt from customs duty and taxes, promoting the transition to cleaner, more energy-efficient transportation in Guyana. Let's focus our attention to some of the popular heavy-duty vehicles now. New motor trucks of any tonnage used for the transportation of goods are VAT exempt. Trucks that are 4 years old and older pay a flat rate of excise tax based on the gross vehicular weight. Gross vehicular weight exceeding 5 tons but not exceeding 7 tons, US $2,000. Gross vehicular weight exceeding 7 tons but not exceeding 10 tons, US $2,500. Gross vehicular weight exceeding 10 tons but not exceeding 15 tons, US $3,000. Gross vehicular weight exceeding 15 tons but not exceeding 16 tons, US $3,000. And gross vehicular weight exceeding 16 tons but not exceeding 20 tons, US $3,000. And lastly, ATVs are free of duty and taxes. That is, free of customs duty, free of excise tax, and free of VAT. If you need help with the calculation, the GRA has introduced technology that helps with the estimates before you purchase a vehicle. One useful tool is the vehicle calculator inside the Partner mobile app. The app instantly estimates the taxes and duties applicable to the vehicle. The user simply enters the vehicle CIF, the vehicle type, fuel type, age, and engine CC. Download the Partner mobile app today and see for yourself. Or you can render the services of a registered custom house broker They know the ins and outs of the customs system. On that note, we will be joined by tax specialist Mr. Sesnarayan Ramnarayan after the break. He will be talking about how to become a custom house broker.
Uh-oh, forgot your partner password? Here's how to reset it. Open the app and on the sign-in screen, tap Forgot Password. You'll be taken to the email confirmation page where a security code will be sent to your registered email address. Copy the code from your email and enter it into the app to continue. If you do not see the email, check your spam or junk folder. Then create and confirm your new password. And just like that, you can sign back in. For further assistance, contact a partner representative.
To become a licensed custom house broker, you are required to make an application for the Custom House Broker program and must pass the examination, both theory and practical. To apply for the Custom House Broker program, you are required to submit an application form along with the relevant documents to the Guyana Revenue Authority Special Investigations Unit. The following documents are required when applying for the Custom House Broker program: a completed unsigned application form which can be found on the Guyana Revenue Authority's website, a detailed CV, any form of identification such as a national identification card or passport, a copy of your TIN certificate, your NIS registration number, a valid police clearance, and any academic certificates, 2 letters of recommendation. Please note that if you plan to work with a particular company after completing the Custom House Broker training, that company can provide one of the recommendations. Any transport or title of property owned or motor vehicle registration in your name. A 6x4 notarized photograph taken from waist up. Business registration, company stamp, letterhead for any business registered in your name. Payment receipt for Custom House Broker examination if already paid. Please be advised that a targeted approach to the hybrid delivery of training will be pursued, including virtual and classroom session. Applicants who pass the examination will be notified and advised on any further requirements. An office area must be set up for conducting business. A financial bond of $40,000 is required before issuance of the license. An application must be made for access to a SECUDA. The broker's license must be renewed within the first quarter of the following year annually. For inquiries, please contact GRA's Training and Development Unit on telephone numbers 227-6060, extensions 4615 to 4619.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sesnarayan Ramnarayan, tax specialist, giving us some insight on the Custom House Broker application process. As vehicle ownership continues to expand across Guyana, understanding import duty and taxes has never been more important. Understanding the process can save you money and help you make smart purchasing decisions. Visit our new and improved website, www.gra.gov.gy, or you can check us out on our social media platforms to learn more.